Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Rivers. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Mahomes. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Pull it good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
What's that on the play? 2nd and 10. At the Saints' 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Recon, 152 fighter. Load it.
Rivers again. Jones has it. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
White. Alpha. Hey, Charlie. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long for Rivers. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
These two teams all tied after one.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. You got tight.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And Wilson has it. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A big play there out of Cook, and even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Zero. 59. Line 5-4. Oh, you got D? 49. Check 49. Wait, 89.
To throw again. Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Rivers. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Throwing Rivers. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Rivers now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 30 on second down, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Easy. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack, Rivers. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
180. Easy.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Alpha.
Now Rivers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, ready.
Throwing, Rivers. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
On first down, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's our field. It's like it's on. Hey, it's on out. Hey, one set. Check. Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A give to Cook out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught by Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos pick up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now Bullock to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, 79! 79! Get on!
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to loft one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Basham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down.
57 colors. 52. 80 weapon.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Attack!
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. They're able to locate Wilson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 13.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Mike 54. Mike 54. That's 17. 1, 2. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Looking deep downfield. This is caught. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He gets it to Cooks.
Oh, yeah!
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And this is Cook with the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
54. Nice 7, let's go. Nice.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch the safety creep. Shoot. Slam.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Bring it. Buzz. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Attack. Right there. 54.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Rivers again. He completes it to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. First down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Load it! Load it! Wait, 89!
Here's Rivers. And his throw here is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.